This is a tutorial on how to submit your music with our music submission system. So let's go to create release. So once you're logged in, rather don't use this create release. We're gonna give you a link to the dynamic release. You see here's dynamic release, and this is only saying create release. So this is the old system and this is the new system. So once you're logged in here, you just come here basically, and you click yes. You click enter. So now you're gonna be using the dynamic release. So step number one is you're gonna need to put a catalog, right? So let's just put in capital letters Q P E N T, because that's the label. Qphonic Entertainment, you see, QPENT 122. You can start from 001 because that's how far our catalogs are at the moment. But and then you're gonna choose your artworks. You'll see it uploads here, and then it will show how much percentage there is. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put in your release name. So release name is White Sands. And then here at UPC code, you just punch in capital letters get, because the system will generate the UPC code. And then you have your standard release and compilation. Your standard releases are for basically for artist albums and EPs and singles, and a compilation is for various artists. So you can leave that at standard release because this release only has 3 songs, but I'm gonna only submit 1 song to show you guys. And the various artists you can leave blank. Do not add this onto the release form. You can choose how much tracks you want on the release, or on the album, or on the compilation, and then you're gonna choose your artist name. Yeah, right. If you need a various artists, you just choose this various option here in the artist section, and then you're gonna choose your label, and then your genre of your release. Let's just keep it at default. You can leave the price tire empty. Don't put anything there. You can leave the P line and C line because they automatically get generated when you choose the label name. And then we're gonna choose our language. Keep them all at English. And then we're gonna select our song. So let's just take 1 song as a demonstration. So you can see it's uploading there. So now we're gonna put in the name of the song. You can leave the version blank. Your artist name, put your artist name there. No featuring artist, no remixes, you can leave that blank. And then your composer is required. Don't forget your composer, otherwise your releases will be rejected. And then you go and select your genres again. You can leave your recording here, and your country recording, you can leave that blank, and you can leave your price tire blank. Do not worry about that. The system will generate that automatically. Your UPC, same story as the IRC is the same story as the UPC code. You add get in capital letters because the system will automatically generate that code. And then we will select either explicit, non-explicit, or clean. For normal tracks or normal music, it's all always on non-explicit. Depends on what music you are doing. Rap music was always on explicit. But for this release, it's a house song. And then we're gonna choose a vocal language. You will see here, vocal language. You can either leave this blank and go next, or you can choose the language of the vocals, if there is any vocals on it. So let's select next. And then you can choose your platforms here. I would suggest you just choose the first 3, or the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you are doing house music and stuff like that. But if you're doing hip-hop and rap music and Afrobeat and stuff like that, you can only select the first or the last 3. You understand? So for house music you can select the first 3, and for hip hop you can select the last 3. We will automatically do this because this system is busy in development, so we can still use it, but some of these features are not available yet. So if you choose this as house, the track source, beatport and Juno, that will be for house. We will automatically select all the platforms for you. And then if you have a Afrobeat or a hip hop or whatever dancehall type of release, you will only select the Spotify, iTunes and Tidal. So you can leave that blank for that type of genres in soul or hip hop or something like that. Because we still have to add features to split that for artists that's doing hip hop and stuff like that, and artists that is doing deep house. Then we will select our exclusive platform. You can select, if you are doing a hip hop one, you can select Spotify. If you are doing house, you select track source. So this is a house, so we are gonna proceed with the duration is how many weeks. So we will always add 2 weeks, and then we're gonna add our pre-order. Our pre-order will be in the next 7 days, because it's always good to release a song 15 days prior to the original release date. So let's just use 7 days from now, and then the next one will be from promo date 1, 2, 3, and then your September is 1, 2, 3. So that's 2 weeks. And then when you are done with everything, you can go previous, check if everything is fine, check if all your information that you've punched in is correct. Please remember, do not select the various artists here. If it's a various artist release, rather select it here, because all accounts by default will have this various in the artist sections for you to search. So yeah, and then in the next step, you can check if you have the right track, all the information is correct that you have punched in here, and don't forget, you don't have to use the country and the country and the year recordings here. You can leave that blank. If you feel like everything is correct, you're just gonna submit, and then it's gonna say release created, and you can go to your releases, and you will be able to see the music that he put out. There we are.